All right, and a good morning to you, boys, and happy Monday morning. I'm recording this on Sunday afternoon because I wanted to make sure that we had it ready for you tomorrow. So, if you remember when we read on Friday, um, Augie's sister uh, convinced him to get into his Boba Fett costume and go trick or treating. Dia seems to be a very sweet sister, taking care of her little brother. All right. The next chapter, and I think I'm going to have to start adding an extra chapter when I do my readings, simply because I think we're going to run out of time. We're about a third of the way through the book, and we got to pick it up a bit. Time to think. August played up the stomach ache the next day so he wouldn't have to go to school. I admit that I felt a little bad for Mom, who was genuinely concerned that he had a stomach bug, but I had promised August that I wouldn't tell anything to Mom about the incident at school. By Sunday, he was still determined not to go back to school. "What are you planning on telling Mom and Dad?" I asked him when he told me this. "They said I could quit whenever I wanted to," he said. He said this while he was still focused on a comic book that he was reading. "But you've never been the kind of kid who quits things," I said to Augie truthfully. "That's not like you." "I'm quitting." "You're going to have to tell Mom and Dad why," I pointed out, pulling the comic book out of his hands so he'd have to look up at me while we were talking. "Then Mom will call the school and everybody's going to know about it," Augie said. "Will Jack get in trouble?" "I would think so." "Good." I have to admit, August was surprising me more and more. He pulled another comic book off his shelf and started leafing through it. "Augie," I said, "are you really going to let a couple of stupid kids keep you from going back to school? I know you've been enjoying it. Don't give them that power over you. Don't give them that satisfaction." "They have no idea that I even heard them," I explained. "No, I know, but Via, it's okay. I know what I'm doing, and I've made up my mind." "But this is crazy, Augie," I said emphatically, pulling the new comic book away from him too. "You have to go back to school. Everybody hates school sometimes. I hate school sometimes too. I hate my friends sometimes. That's just life, Augie. You want to be treated normal, right? Well, this is normal. We all have to go back to school sometimes, despite the fact that we have bad days, okay? Do people go out of their way to avoid touching you, Via?" He answered, which left me momentarily without an answer. "Yeah, Augie," or "Yeah, that's right. That's what I thought. So don't compare your bad days, Via, to my bad days. They're not the same." "Okay, okay, that's fair," I said. "But it's not a contest about whose days suck the most, Augie. The point is, we all have to put up with bad days every now and then. Now, unless you want to be treated like a baby the rest of your life, or like a kid with special needs, you just have to suck it up and go." Augie didn't say anything, but I think that last bit was getting to him and may have struck a nerve. "You don't say you don't have to say a word to those kids," I continued. "August, actually, it's so cool that you know what they said, but they don't know you know what they said. You know?" "What the heck?" "You know what I mean. You don't have to talk to them ever again if you don't want to, and they'll never know why. See? Or you can pretend to be friends with them, but deep down inside, you know you're really not friends." "Is that how you are with Miranda?" Augie asked me. "No," I answered quickly and defensively. "I've never faked my feelings with Miranda. So why are you saying I should?" "I'm not. I'm just saying you shouldn't let those little jerks get to you. That's all I'm saying." "Like you and Miranda? Like Miranda got to you?" "Why do you keep bringing Miranda up, Augie?" I yelled impatiently. "I'm trying to talk to you about your friends. Keep my friends out of it." What do you mean, you're friends? You're not even friends with her anymore. What does that have to do with what we're talking about, Augie? The way August was looking at me reminded me of a doll's face. He was just staring at me blankly with his half-closed doll eyes. Well, Miranda called the other day, he finally said. What? I was stunned. And you didn't tell me? Well, she wasn't calling to talk with you, Via, he answered, pulling both comic books out of my hands. She was calling to talk to me and to say hi, to see how I was doing. She didn't even know I was going to a real school now. I can't believe you hadn't even told her. She said the two of you don't hang out as much anymore, but she wanted me to know that she'd always loved me like a big sister. Double stunned, stung, flabbergasted. No words formed in my mouth. Well, why didn't you tell me, Augie? I said finally. I don't know, he shrugged, opening the first comic book again. Well, I'm telling Mom and Dad about Jack Will if you stop going to school, I answered. Tushman will probably call you into school and make Jack and those other kids apologize to you in front of everyone. And then everyone will treat you like a kid who should be going to a school for kids with special needs. Is that what you want? Because that's what's going to happen. Otherwise, you just go back to school and act like nothing happened. Or, if you want to confront Jack about it, fine. But either way, if you... Fine, Augie interrupted. What? Fine, I'll go, he yelled, not loudly. Just stop talking to me about it already. Now, can I please have my comic books back? Fine, I answered, turning to leave the room. I thought of something. Did Miranda say anything about me? He looked up from the comic book and looked right into my eyes. She said to tell you she misses you, quote, unquote. I nodded. Thanks, I said casually, too embarrassed to let him see me how happy that really made me feel. Part 3. Summer. You are beautiful no matter what they say. Words can't bring you down. You are beautiful in every single way. Yes, words can't bring you down. Oh, that was Christina Aguilar in Beautiful. Didn't know that. Weird Kids, the next chapter. Sorry, guys, the sun's really messing this up. I don't know how to make it. Maybe no, that's not even any better. All right, Weird Kids. Some kids have actually come out and asked me why I hang out with the freak so much. These are kids that don't even know him well. If they knew him, they wouldn't call him that. Because he's a nice kid, I always answer. And don't call him that. You're a saint, Summer, Zamina Chin said to me the other day. I could never do what you're doing. It's not a big deal, I answered her truthfully. Did Mr. Tushman ask you to be friends with him? Charlotte Cody asked. No, I'm friends with him because I want to be friends with him, I answered. Who knew that my sitting with August Pullman at lunch would be such a big deal? People acted like it was the strangest thing in the world. It's so weird how weird kids can be. All right, I got to move, guys. Sorry. Reflection's looking bad, and I don't even know if this is going to be much better. All right. It's weird how weird kids can be. I sat with him the first day because I felt sorry for him. That's all. Here he was, this strange-looking kid in a brand new school. No one was talking with him. All right. No one was talking with him. Everyone was staring at him, and all the girls at my table were whispering about him. He wasn't the only new kid at Beecher Prep, but he was the only one everyone was talking about. Julian had nicknamed him the zombie kid. And that's what everyone started calling him. Have you seen the zombie kid yet? Stuff like that gets around fast. And August knew it. It's hard enough being the new kid, even when you have a normal face. Imagine having Augie's face. So I just went over and sat with him. Not a biggie. I wish people would stop trying to turn it into some major event. He's just a kid. Now granted, he's the weirdest looking kid I've ever seen, yeah. But still, he's just a kid. The plague. I do admit August's face takes some getting used to. I've been sitting with him for 2 weeks now, and let's just say he's not the neatest eater in the world. I've seen some of that at BPA, cafeteria. But other than that, he's pretty nice. I should also say that I don't really feel sorry for him anymore. That might have been what made me sit down with him the first time, but that's not why I keep sitting down with him. I keep sitting down with him because he's really fun. One of the things I'm not loving about this year is how a lot of the kids are acting like they're too grown up to play things anymore. All they want to do is like, quote, hang out, and unquote, and quote, talk, unquote, at recess. And all they talk about now is who likes who and who is cute and who isn't. August doesn't bother about stuff like that. He likes to play Foursquare at recess, which I love to play too. It was actually because I was playing Foursquare with August that I found out about the plague. Apparently, this is a, quote, game, unquote, that's been going on since the beginning of the school year. Anyone who accidentally touches August has only 30 seconds to wash their hands or find hand sanitizer before they catch the plague. I'm not sure what happens to you if you actually catch the plague because nobody's actually even touched August yet. Not even accidentally. How I found out about this is that Myra Markowitz told me that the reason she wouldn't play Foursquare with us at recess is because that she doesn't want to catch the plague. I was like, what's the plague? And then she told me. And I told Myra I thought that was really dumb. And she agreed. But she still wouldn't touch a ball that August had touched, at least not if she could help it, because she could catch the plague. All right, that's the end of the reading for today. I read 3 chapters, and it took a little longer than normal. But gentlemen, I hope you have a wonderful day.